Internet. This is Amanda, also known as the Lady Loki. And I have a concussion. Or at this stage, more accurately, I have post-concussion syndrome. And because of my concussion, I just lost my job. And I wanted to come on and talk to you guys about it today because I think that we need to talk about these things because we're the next generation, or the current generation. Let's be real. I'm not young. We're the current generation. And if we don't discuss how things like this are normal and shouldn't be, and change it, we're ruining our own society. So I'm going to tell you my story on how this happened. And unfortunately, this is not the first time something like this has happened. It is my first concussion. I'm going to apologize because of my concussion, I'm still healing. It's only been a week. I struggle with word finding still and some slurred words. I'm not drunk. I'm just concussed and healing. So if it seems a little bit annoying occasionally listening to me try to find words or try to get through a sentence, I apologize, but my brain is damaged. So 1 week ago, on September 10th, I fell off of a small waterfall and hit my head, along with a lot of the rest of me, and sustained a concussion. I was set to start my new job the next Monday. Funny enough, the other new girl had called in sick, so I had already started my new job on September 9th because my new boss needed somebody just to quickly cover phones. Not what my job was going to be, but just some help. So I worked on September 9th and part of September 10th, even though I was supposed to start on September 13th. Because of my concussion, I was not cleared to work. Today is September 17th that I'm recording this. Today, what would have been my job had a big job fair. And my boss couldn't handle the idea of not having missing one employee. So yesterday, she informed me that because I was not able to return to work yet, which, here's my doctor's note, that I would be terminated. And she already had somebody else on the books. I'm not going to tell you who that employer is. We're not here to bash that individual employer. For the sake of you understanding how she already had somebody, I will say it's a staffing firm. So they have lines of people waiting. And they had somebody else in today after terminating me yesterday. She had the gall to tell me that when I'm ready to return to work, I can come to them to find a new job. They'll place me with a new job. But they terminated my employment after working a day and a half because I sustained a concussion. Now, my neurologist suggested that I not return to work for at least another week. I pushed him to approve me for at least half days and go from there. So I had previously messaged her that I was excited to return to work Monday at half days. But that was not good enough. And I want to make sure that people understand that it is very common in concussions that it takes at least 1 to 2 weeks before people are ready to resume part to full time to work. It can take months for people to be healed. I feel like my head is in a vice grip. I feel like I'm being squeezed. I am having balance issues. I can't bend over because bending back up is, I lose my vision. I don't feel safe driving. Looking at screens or anything. That's my dog. Ignore her. She has opinions. Looking at screens or anything for any period of time is excruciating. My eyes hurt. My head is aching. And I sleep for hours extra every day, which is apparently normal and expected because my brain is trying to heal. Now, we currently have a system that not only allows for this to happen, for me to be terminated from a brand new job for a concussion, not only allows it, but almost encourages it, right? FMLA does not kick in until you've been employed somewhere for a year. You have no job protection if you have a medical condition for a year at a new employer. So if you have a situation like this, or if you have a pre-existing condition, Lord help you if you try to get a new job. Good luck. And there is nothing encouraging an employer to hold on to an employee when they go through something like this. There is nothing from the government helping an employer in a situation like this. There's no incentive. There's nothing saying, oh, hey, we'll help you financially sustain a situation where your employees are sick. Look at the COVID situation. So many employees get sick with COVID. What do employers get? Nothing. What do employees get? Nothing. The COVID crisis is a perfect example of our broken system, because in my interviews, I asked a potential employer, it's funny, I turned them down for this job that I now lost. They would have fired me too, I have no doubt, so it doesn't matter. I didn't miss out on anything. They would have fired me for my concussion too. But they offer 3 sick days a year. So I said, what happens if you get COVID? And they told me you would be expected to use your 15 paid vacation days on your required time off for COVID. So goodbye to your vacation. And Lord help you if you get it again. What do you get to do? And then you lose your job. You're not protected. They don't care. It's an ethics crisis. And not even allowing unpaid time off, is a perfect example of how our businesses are failing us, how our government is failing us, how we are failing each other. The worst part is, when I got fired, when she called me to tell me that I no longer had this job because I had the audacity to fall off a waterfall and get a concussion, she framed it as doing me a favor so that I could heal. She's doing me a favor by putting my family in a financial situation that we can't handle, where we're now scrambling to figure out what we're gonna do. I can't take care of my son because I still have a traumatic brain injury. He has to stay in daycare. I'm sorry, I'm getting really squinty. My eyes hurt. I shouldn't have to be looking for jobs right now. I'm not supposed to be on a computer for hours and hours a day. I'm not supposed to be driving. I'm not supposed to be taking tests and using my brain. She's doing me a favor, really, by piling on the stress of now we're in a situation we can't afford, and I get to do all of these things that I'm not supposed to be doing, slowing my recovery, slowing my healing process. Before, I was going to be out of work for maybe another week. Now, I might be out of work for months. I don't know how long it will take for me to secure another job. What a favor. Wow. Thank you. Much appreciated. We need to talk about these things. We need to share these stories. And we need to get mad. We need to get mad at the right people. I could release the name of that employer. I could put them on blast, but it's not them that we have to be mad at. Are they part of the problem? Yeah, but that's like saying that a single individual American is part of the recycling problem when they're not. It's the people at the top that are part of the problem. We need to complain where it counts. We need to create policies that are protecting people from these situations. This is wrong. And I'm not the only person going through this. And it's not just because of a concussion. It's predatory. And it's insane. And my head hurts. And here we are. So, share your shit, guys. Because it's just... it's happening too much. And the people who are making these policies are going to be us soon. It's our time to take over and change it. So let's do it. Also, don't fall off of waterfalls. Fucking hurts.